and welcome back to Ion Radio. I'm John.
And I'm Ken.
And today, Ken and I not only have matching color shirts, we have matching fighter builds.
That's right. So today, this is a fight that I know a lot of people have been really interested in seeing. So I'm bringing Admiral Yularen and a whole mess of fighters at 398 points. John, what are you bringing today?
Sloane. So we're going to see how Sloane pairs up against the Republic fighters. So we would like to give a big thank you out to all of our Patreon supporters. If you're interested in becoming a Patreon supporter, there's a link down below in the description.
All right, so let's get straight to the fleets, how we built them, and then right to deployment and the action.
Okay, Ken won the bid and made me first player, so my Sloane list starts off with an Imperial 2 Star Destroyer with Admiral Sloane, Commander Vanto, electronic countermeasures, gunnery team, and reserved hangar deck. My second ship is a Quasar 1 Fire class cruiser carrier. It has boosted comms, reserve hangar deck, flight controller, and pursuant. I have a Gazanti that has Hondo, reserved hangar deck, and commsnet. And then for my fighters, I brought all Ken's favorite fighters and mine as well. I have Steel, Jendon, Howlrunner, Dengar, Saber Squadron, and 4 generic TIE Interceptors. With the TIE Interceptors, it's almost like I brought, though, 7 of them because of all the reserved hangar decks.
Here is the Admiral Yularen built, again at 398 points. Yularen is on a Venator 2 class Star Destroyer, the Resolute. And on board is Adigalia, expanded hangar bay, flight controllers, thermal shields, and the double X9 turbo lasers. 2 other ships here. The first is a Pelta-class medical frigate. I have a fighter coordination team on board, commsnet, and a reserve hangar deck. The other ship is a Consular-class Charger C-70 with an engineering team and linked turbo laser towers. It also has the Swift Return title. 4 squadrons. Ahsoka Tano in a Delta 7 along with Luminara Unduli. 3 ARC 170s and 3 V-19 Torrents.
Okay, Ken's objectives that I get to choose from are Surprise Attack, Fleet and Bean, and Intel Sweep. I've gone with Intel Sweep because Surprise Attack and Fleet and Bean are pretty much exactly against what I'm trying to do as Sloane. Here's my deployment. My Gazanti, which is my objective ship for Intel Sweep, is right here going speed 2. I have 4 TIE Interceptors with Saber Squadron. I have Hull Runner, Dengar, Jendon, and Mark Steele. My Quasar is going here, speed 2, and my ISD Sloane Vanto ship is here going speed 2 as well.
So here is the Republic setup. I have Yularen on the Resolute sitting right here in the middle at speed 1. The Pelta medical frigate here, speed 2, surrounded by all the squadrons. And over in the far corner, Swift Return, hoping to pick up a lot of these objective tokens.
Gazanti's gonna go, it's revealing a nav, we're gonna take it as a token, and we're going to give it over to the Quasar. So now the Quasar has a nav token. We're gonna move speed 2 ahead, right to here, so I'm in range of some of these tokens.
Do Swift Return. Swift Return has a nav which we're going to take as a token. Then move it speed 2 forward, landing right next to that objective token again for next turn.
Quasar is going to go, it's revealing a squadron, we're going to take it as a token. I'm going to put it right here, and then we're going to go ahead and move it to here.
So let's move on to the Pelta. Pelta Engineering, we're going to take it as a token. We're going to move forward 2. Get this out of the way. And then with Fighter Coordination Team, everything's at close to medium. Here we're going to move forward the 2 rear arcs. This guy can go here.
ISD time. We're actually revealing a navigate, and we're going to use it as a dial to jump up to speed 3. After doing that, I'm going to gain a navigate token with Vanto. And we're going to land ourselves right here.
So let's go on with the Venator. Yularen is issuing a nav command, which he's going to take as a token. But we are in long range of the ISD, so we're going to make a front-to-front shot. 2 red dice. For accuracy and 2. I'm not going to let you brace.
Okay, I will just redirect it to the side.
I'll move forward 1. I'm going to overlap Luminara for sure. So John, wherever you want her.
Back corner.
Back here?
Yep.
Okay.
And that's it to fighter phase. Here we go with squadron phase. We're going to start by moving TIE Interceptors from the rear up to here. What's your flank?
Flak on the medical frigate is a blue.
And then this other guy is going to fly over to here, and we're going to look at the same thing. Actually, it's this side. Technically different. Also out of range.
I'm going to move these 2 V-19s. We're going to stay out of John's firing arc. So these literally are just going to move forward a smidge, and those should stay out. And then this guy, same thing.
2 more TIE Interceptors. This guy's going to go over to here. right in front of my Star Destroyer to stay out of flak range of everything. And then this other one is just going to follow up in place. We're just going to fill in this little gap.
So I'm just going to move these V19s forward.
Arcs.
Move the arcs forward.
The other one, just move this in measure.
Well, it's going to be this one is just going to go right front. I want to make sure we're not in. I think we're out of engaged range, right?
Yes. Hull Runner is going to take her move and move so that she is in distance 1 of all my TIE interceptors. Somewhere like that. And then Dengar is going to move and be in range of all the TIE interceptors as well.
And I'm going to move this V19 over to hang out by the Pelta, because that's what he
It's
wants.
an arc, dude. You called them V19s every single time.
I don't fly arcs. That's what it is. Clearly, it's arcs. Yes. And then Ahsoka is going to move behind the arc. There we go.
Shendon's gonna go, and he's gonna move his full 3 right to there, and then Saber Squadron's going to tuck in to about there.
Luminara will be the next one to activate. I can make it all the way to the Pelta. We're not even going that far. So she's going to hang out here. These are the V19s. And that V19's just moving forward again, staying on flak range. I think you have 1 squadron left, John.
Last squadron is Jendon, and he's making this big jump to there. Activating the Quasar. The Quasar is revealing Squadrons, and we're going to use it with the token to do 5 Squadrons. So we're going to start off by throwing Hull Runner forward. She's going to move to here, staying out of escort range, but inside range of everything over here. And then we're going to attack. We'll attack this.
Arc 17. We want to go after Ahsoka.
We'll go after Ahsoka.
Okay.
Here we go. For take 1, no tokens.
Yeah,
Hold on. I actually spend out a dice to spend your scatter, and then I block your brace, and then you take 1.
Then I take 1. Okay. So I'll take the 1, and then I do believe I get to counter you back at 2.
Correct.
For
have Adept.
I do have Adept. For 1, and you can't use the scatter. So hit for hit.
But no, I spent
Yeah,
your
you
scatter.
spent out the scatter. Yeah.
Okay, and then what we're gonna do is we're gonna fly Saber Squadron over. I can reach all the way to there, and then I'm gonna position back to about there. And we're gonna now snipe you, and I should be inside distance 1 of Hull Runner, which I am. So I get Swarm, and with flight controllers. Did I add flight controllers in on that attack? Yeah, it was 4. I did mention it. So this is going to be a snipe 6 against Ahsoka.
Mean.
And then we're going to swarm this 1 dice. we will spend out your scatter, we will block your brace, and you take 4.
Well, that's going to kill Ahsoka, isn't it?
Yes, it is.
There's a dead Ahsoka. That was fast. I do still get my... No, I don't, because you're sniping.
Because it was a snipe.
Oh, that's mean and evil, John.
Yep, and I still have 3 more squadrons to activate. So do I just eat some of those? That is the question. I think that actually changes what I do slightly. So we're going to now activate this interceptor, and we're going to go into about here to engage both of these guys and be at distance 1 of Hal. So he's going to attack, I don't really care which.
Okay.
And that's going to be 6 blue dice. Actually, I do care which. We're going to attack that one.
Okay.
For so far 5, and we're going to re-roll this with Swarm. For takes 6 damage.
I can't do anything about that, so I guess I'm taking the 6. And then I get to counter 1.
Yes, you do.
Ugh. Well, take 1.
Okay, and then we're going to move in... We'll move in this guy, and we'll jump over to about there. So then I have everything. And I think what we're going to do is we're actually going to go after this guy.
Okay.
That's going to be 6 more dice with flight controller. Should have gone after your escorts. Here's where it all goes downhill. 1.
I can live with 1.
You got a counter?
Right, yeah. I'm sitting there debating what's... It's
Okay.
not going to matter anyway.
This guy is going to fly into here, and he's going to attack the same one.
Yeah.
And that's going to be with flight controllers and Hal Runner, another 6 dice. That one's just gone. And then we swarm this one, or it's dead.
Yeah, that is dead. That is amazing how quickly you're taking these out. I get to counter 1. Dice do not want to stay in the tray. There's 1.
That's this guy. Okay, and then I get to move, and we go speed 2. And we're gonna curve ourselves into this little fight by going straight. Like that.
So after that killer turn here with all of the squadron shenanigans, let's activate the Pelta. I'm going to use the squadron dial. I do have an engineering token, and I'm going to spend that now, which gives me 2 engineering points. And I'm going to use those to repair a squadron at distance 1 to 3. We're using Yularen, so this arc will go up to 2. So we get to see that part of Yularen's ability. I'm going to activate that one, and I'm going to actually go after Saber Squadron, I think.
Okay.
Because you've got no defense tokens on that.
No defense tokens and no counter on Saber.
So 2 blues and a red.
Cool.
Wow. Nothing.
I am very good. Thank you.
Yeah, you're quite welcome. I'm glad I can do that for you. Jeez. And then my second squadron, I'm going to bring this V-19. It's going to be able to get onto the station over here. And we're going to continue to attack
Saber.
Saber. Same dice.
You do get swarmed, though.
I do have swarm, so let's see if we can't. Nope.
1 health.
Now the real question is, do I want to flak at it? You know what? Let's go ahead and flak out the side at Saber and see if I can't kill it.
1 blue.
1 hit.
Saber's dead. Saber's already did what she needed.
Yeah, I mean, that's the problem. I just did want to prevent you from doing it again. So now I have a long-range shot to the front of your ISD. It will be 2 reds. Let's see what I can do with it. For 1 crit and nothing.
I will redirect it to my side.
Okay. Now moving at speed 2. I'm going to put myself in a very precarious situation here. I'm going to overlap that interceptor for sure. And right about there. Does that look right?
Sure.
Okay.
Hopefully that occupies most of your fighters. It does. Cool. We're going to go with the objective ship. I am revealing a navigate, and we're going to use it. And when we use it, what we're going to do first is we're going to shoot the front of your pelta with a blue dice. For a hit.
Man, you've still got that ISD to shoot at me too, don't you?
Yep.
We're at medium range?
Yep. Reroll it.
You know what? I'm just going to shove it off to the side.
Perfect. And then...
Nah, I got 3 shields on the front. Screw it, I'll just take it.
Sounds good. And then we're going to do this maneuver. Oh, also when I activated and revealed, I take that. First one to score a token!
You now have more than me, John.
Correct. That's the whole goal, and I land right there.
So John has given me a lot of interesting options. That narrows my choices down to 1. I'm going to activate the consular. I have a nav. We'll use it as a dial. Since I revealed that, I get the objective token, depriving John temporarily of 75 points. I have 2 shots with this. I'm going to fire from my side into the side of the ISD. That's 2 reds. For 1 hit, I can LTT. So take 2.
I'm going to redirect it both to the rear.
Okay.
I'm losing shields way too fast.
And then I have front shot to the side. Again, long range. I have to reduce 1 because of the obstruction, so we get 1 die for a crit, and I'm going to leave it.
I just take it.
Now, using swift return and the nav dial, we're jumping up to speed 4. And we are going to do this maneuver here. So I'm going to temporarily bump Luminara out of the way. I'm going to land. That's going to overlap him and him. And I go over here. Ugh, this is not looking good. So Luminara is there, and you have to put those guys in.
My last ship to activate is the ISD, and we measured it, and I just have a shot into Ken's rear, just barely, medium range into his rear. When I activate, I'm going to reveal squadrons, and I can activate 4 squadrons, so that's what we're going to do. So we're going to start off by moving the TIE Interceptor that's in front of me, and we're going to move over to here. And we're going to shoot into your rear with Sloane power. For take 1. That actually didn't work out as I planned, but still, 1 damage is 1 damage.
Well, I will take it off the rear for the moment.
Okay, And then we're going to slide speed 4 over to about here. Dengar, and he's going to also attack into your rear. Look at this, I'm going to just roll hits and no Sloane stuff. Take a hit.
Redirect that to
the far side?
Far side. Here's where you're going to get the Sloane stuff.
Yep. My favorite person in the world is going to... Yours too. I know you're a big fan of this guy.
Love Merrick's-Dale.
So he's going to attack you into your rear with 2 blues plus Sloane stuff. There it is. At this point, I'm going to have you spend out your redirect with Sloane.
Yep.
And then you can have a crit because of
So we're gonna spend the contain to just take a regular hit.
Okay. And then the other favorite person of yours flies over to about here. And he is distance 2. And he says Jendon can do his thing again. So 2 more dice for spend out your... Hold on, let me do the math. You already have it, yeah. Spend out your contain and take a crit.
So re-roll the crit.
For a hit.
Okay, I'll take the hit as opposed to the crit, but I think I'm in trouble.
So at this point, I've now done and resolved all my squadrons. Vanto is going to give me a concentrate fire. So now we're going to take this medium range shot against your rear with 4 blues and 4 reds. That's your token, that's a whole bunch of crits. I will spend out the concentrate fire to reroll that, and I believe that ship explodes.
Well, you needed 4 hits. So it is dead.
I needed 2.
2 hits, yeah. So, alright, that's a dead ship.
Shaboom. And then we're going to take our second shot because spending that token allows me to do gunnery teams. And we're going to attack into the side of your Pelta. So that's going to be the same attack into the side of the Pelta. For 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7 hits.
We're at medium range, right?
Correct.
Reroll the crit. Alright, so 7, but it's now just regular stuff. So we're going to brace that to 4 and then redirect to the front. So unfortunately I have no more shields. But alright, there we go.
Okay, now I actually have to figure out how I'm moving because I didn't really think that far ahead. I think we're going to use the token and dropped to speed 2 and land right here. I'm going to slide this guy over. I won't overlap him, but I'm pretty sure I'm going to be overlapping Steel. Yeah. Boop. And he is in here, and then you get to play Steel.
Well, let's just throw Steel back here for now.
Perfect.
So now that there is no ship here, we're going to activate the Venator. We have a squadron command. We're going to use it. Ordinarily, we get to do 6, but I only have, 4 fighters left. So let's start with the Arc 170 here, so I remember what it's called. We're attacking Howl Runner. I have flight controllers on the Venator, so I get 3 blues and a red. So take 2, can't use your tokens. That kills all runner.
Done.
So 1 down. Now, unfortunately, we have a bunch of engagement that we didn't have momentarily ago. So let's get this arc, now I'm calling the V-19's arcs. So we're going to go at the TIE Interceptor here with the V-19. For Swarm, reroll it because it's cocked.
Sure.
Alright, well, that was an actually 1 on that, and then you get the counter back.
Okay, so Dengar's in range, so counter 3 with Swarm. For Swarm in it, you have no tokens, so take 2.
Alright, so he takes 2, and your guy takes 1, so he's down to 1.
And that guy was engaged.
Yeah, so I might as well just try and finish off 1 interceptor. 2 hits, that kills him, so
yep.
I'm not even bother to reroll.
Again, Swarm 3. Or counter 3 with Swarm. For take 2?
Take 2, so he'll take 2, and your guy is dead.
Yep, and also at this time, that guy dies. He is a generic, and I will use Reserve Hanger on my... Actually, let's use it on the Gazanti, and I get to bring him back at 2 health. And I have to be how far away? At distance 1?
Distance 1 and unengaged.
We'll come in right there.
Okay. I've got Luminara. Luminara is going to go after Dengar. Luminara does have, 3 blues and a black. And then another blue because of flight controllers. So 4 blues and a black. Adept 1. Dengar's got 4 health?
Scatter
so
and brace.
You're not going to scatter, take 4.
I brace it to 2.
Okay. There's that. Now we're going to get into the real shooting. So we are at close range. And I'm going to go my front to John's front of the ISD. 2 reds, 2 blues, 2 blacks. Only thing I have are the double X9 turbo lasers. So, while I'm thinking about it, Resolute, I'm going to use that to gain the token. Since the squadron command is over. There you go. That's 2, 4, 6, 7 with a bunch of crits.
Okay, so we brace it to 4. We spend out our redirect, and we'll put 2 over here and 2 to the front.
Okay. So I'm at speed 1. I could go to speed 2 and land on asteroids, or I could go to speed 2 and ram you, but I'm just going to stay at speed 1. Move forward so I don't overlap the asteroid. I will overlap that one.
I think
Dengar. Does the shield dial count?
Yeah.
Then he's overlapped as well.
So we will put this TIE Interceptor here, and Dengar down here.
No, he's got to be touching.
Oh yeah. Well, I want him touching my ship.
I know, but
so we'll put him over here so he's not engaged.
Okay.
Or shouldn't be engaged with anyone, but cool. Okay, start of the turn. We're going to do all that fun stuff, and I'm going to use Hondo from my Gazanti. I'm going to give my ISD a nav, and we're going to give my Quasar a Squadron.
So Hondo's delivering Confire to the Venator and engineering to the Pelta.
Perfect. So now we're going to activate a bunch of squadrons. And we're going to activate first. Sorry, let's reveal. So obviously my ISD is doing squadrons. So it's got 4 squadrons. We're going to activate first Dengar, who's right in front of your ship. Actually, do I want to activate Dengar? Yes. Dengar is going to shoot you with a black dice. For nothing. Cool, Dengar. You let me down. And then Dengar is going to fly over to, I don't know, about here, because he wants to just try to touch as many of my guys as he can. And now he has all my interceptors touched. And he opens up space in the front of that ship. So next we're going to fly this interceptor back here, up to the front, and we're going to attack the front of your ship with the blue dice. You can spend your brace.
Saw that one coming.
What? No. And then the hero of the Empire, Jendon, is going to fly into the front, and he's going to shoot the front of your ship as well. 2 blues. You can spend out your brace and take 1.
I guess I am taking 1. Bummer.
Then we're going to activate Jendon, who is going to say, hey, Steel, that was pretty awesome.
Do it again.
Do it again. We're going to hit you with 2. There's a hit. There's a crit. Sloane says I'm going to reroll the crit. And then turn it into a crit. So take 2, hit crit.
I would really rather not, but we're going to spend the redirect. Two to the side.
Perfect. Okay, and then because squadrons are now done resolving, Vanto gives me a concentrate fire.
Mm-hmm.
We're going to start by shooting my front into the side of your Pelta.
Okay.
That's going to be 4 and 4.
Oh.
We'll see what we get. You can't do any
of my
defense tokens. And then we're going to spend out the con fire to reroll this, and I believe I just need it to come up as a hit.
So you need 5 total hits because there's no shield. So yes, hit kills it.
Boom.
Well, there is absolutely nothing I can do about that. So we have damaged munitions and then a bunch of hits, and there goes the Pelta.
Okay. And then we're going to, with gunnery teams, shoot the front of your Venator. And it's got the same attack pool. Actually, at the beginning of the game, I'm like, Ken, I honestly think we're going to finally see thermal shields used.
You decided to use Sloane, John, and deprive me of that ability.
I mean, how many times have we brought it in a list and it's never been used? Have we ever used it?
I think, no, maybe once. Maybe.
I don't even know. I think we had an opportunity. It was like 2 reds, and we chose not to.
Why bother? Yeah.
This is better to wait to see what it was.
Yeah.
Okay, yeah. Here we go. For you can't salvo, and you can't redirect, so take 5.
Take 5, huh? So I'm going to spend the contain, because you have
Crits.
crits,
And then you have a card that you should be able to
I'm
use.
going, so Adigali allows me to, when I suffer damage from attack, I can suffer one of that damage on the shields of a hull zone adjacent to the defending hull zone for each defense token I spent. So I spent one, so I can shove one to the side, and then I'm going to take 3 to the front, and then I take only 1 damage, because I think that's all I get to do, yeah.
Perfect. Okay, and then currently I'm going speed. Is it 2? Yeah, it's 2. I spun it way too much.
Yeah.
So we're going to do this maneuver, which is going to ram you, and then I'm going to flip over here and I'm going to ram my flotilla, and I'm going to stay exactly where I'm at.
Okay.
Flotilla takes the damage.
Yep. 1 ship left. Yularen. Squadrons. We're going to use the dial. So I've got these 2 V-19s, Luminara, and an Arc 170 in range. Let's start with the Arc 170. He's going to attack that squadron first. So 3 blues and a red because of flight controllers. For 1. Then you get to counter.
I counter 3 because Dengar is now in range.
Yes.
And I don't think anyone else is in range of that guy anymore, so I do not get swarm. Take 3.
Jeez. Alright. Now all these guys are held down by that interceptor. I'm going to start with Luminara. Luminara has 3 blues, a black, plus an extra blue with flight controllers. For into jeez. I don't get swarm, but I have adept, so reroll one of these. For 2, I guess.
So 2, I live on 1, and I counter you with 3.
Yeah.
So 3 dice into you. I do not have swarm in this either. For take 1. She just takes 1. Yay!
So this V19, I guess, will polish off.
Not the way you've been rolling.
Well, yeah, you know.
At least you get a swarm reroll.
Here we go. Well, okay, you will die there.
Okay, so I actually only get to counter you with 2.
Yes.
Because of Luminara.
Yeah.
Counter 2. Take 1. And when this one dies, the Star Destroyer is going to resurrect it. With its reserve hangers. And we will put it activated back here.
So with 1 squadron left, let's go ahead and bring this other V19 into range at outside of Dengar. Yeah. Maybe I should just go after Dengar, actually. You know what? Let's do that. We're going to go after Dengar instead of this TIE Interceptor. So here we go. 3 blues and a red. And then you've got some tokens on Dengar, so let's hope for some accuracies.
1 hit.
1 hit. Can't do anything else. Because I don't have anything else engaged with you.
Correct.
That's all the squadrons I'm in range of to activate. So now I'm going to fire my front to the front of your ISD. But you know what, before that, let's go ahead and do the 1 flak shot I get out the side at Dengar. I get a black and a blue. Because why not? Let's see if we can't get them off the table. For a hit that I'm assuming you're going to scatter.
I scatter it to stay alive.
Now we're going to take my front to...
Yeah, you have it. So I have you.
Just shoot your side. You've got no shields in the rear, right?
I have no shields. I only have shields
on the front. So I'm going to shoot into your side. 2 black, 2 blue, 2 red. And I need ordnance experts or something.
You have a confire.
Yeah.
I'm being nice.
No, I know that. I was just looking to see if I had anything else that I could do, and the answer is no. So, well, we're going to do that. Doesn't matter anyway, so it's 3 with an accuracy. No brace.
I will brace it anyway with ECM, and I will redirect it to the front, so I will take 2 to the front. Which is now all my shields.
Yeah. So now here's the fun thing, is I have no more shots. I'm moving at speed 1, and we ram.
Yep.
Because I don't think...
There's nothing you can do, and if you do, you're landing on
I'm landing on asteroids, and I'd prefer not to do that.
And
so.
if you do land, you're landing on both asteroids.
Yeah, so I'm just going to stay with that.
Okay, we're going to activate the Gazanti. It has a nav, we're using it, and we have a flak against that squadron right there.
You want to pick up the token?
Oh yeah, let's do that.
Yeah.
We take a token, yay!
You're going to get it anyways, so I might as well just make you do it now.
Thank you.
You're welcome.
And I always forget. So the funny thing about recording is you do things, and then you go to activate and you forget everything that you just said. So we're going to shoot a flak dice into the arc for a hit.
There you go.
And then we're going to go ahead and move because that was my only shot. And with the dial, I'm going to do this double crank. I'm going to just look at this guy
Move
up.
him out of the way, yeah.
Double cranking, double cranking. And I think I'm going to overlap him.
Yeah.
Yeah, you can put him where you want.
I think no matter where I put him, you're going to be within range 2 of your other guys, right? Yeah. I'll just put him there where I can shoot at him next turn.
Sounds good. Activating the Quasar. The Quasar has squadrons. I only have 2 squadrons actually to activate, so we're going to activate both of them. And they already have their selected targets because this guy has to attack the escort, and this guy has to attack the guy he's engaged with.
Yes.
So yeah, we're going to do that. So this guy is going to hit that guy. And with flight controllers, I get up to 5 dice. So yeah, sorry. This guy's going to attack that guy. I get up to 5 dice because of flight controllers. With Swarm. 4.
It's enough to kill him.
Oh yeah, he only has 1 health, so yes.
He's got 1 health. So he dies, but I do get to counter prior to his death. 1.
Cool. And then I get to move. And what I'm going to do is, because he's not engaged with anything, I'm going to pick him up and I'm going to land him right there, healing him 1, and engaging both of these guys, now giving me Swarm over here. Oh, sorry, I just...
You had him and you...
You know I do that every time.
Yeah.
So this guy is going to attack that guy with also 5 dice.
Okay.
And then we're going to Swarm this. And that's going to be 3 damage.
3 damage. That is not enough to kill him.
No, that's sad.
No, that's happy for me anyways. So.
And then I flak him with 1 blue. For a hit, leaving you on 1.
And then
Nice.
I counter back the Quasar. Yeah, right. Wouldn't that be cool if you could counter back ships?
You can, salvo.
Well, from Squadron.
Now we're going to do this maneuver and not overlap anything. Wham.
Squadron phase. 1 squadron has not been activated, and that's this cute little V-19 over here on 1 health. And what I'm going to do, John, is I'm going to attack the interceptor on 1 health, killing it.
Cool, and then I counter you with 3
That you
with
do.
Swarm. Because Dengar's still in range. And that's very dead.
Yeah, well, I believe I'm dead here too, so he's gone, and...
I will use Reserve Hangar Deck on the
Quasar?
Quasar to get this back at 2 health. So he actually gains health, which is interesting.
Yeah.
And then we move him out of engagement like that. And we go on to turn 4. Start of turn 4, we have an ISD. We're going to activate it.
It's still there?
It's still there. No shields, and we have a squadron. So we're going to activate 4 squadrons. So we're going to start off by activating this squadron that is right in front of you. Mm-hmm. And we're going to shoot you with the blue dice. Mm-hmm. Hit.
I already have a feeling like I know where this is going. I'm going to push it over to the side. Okay.
And then it's going to fly away, and it's going to lock down fighters. Like that. Thank you. You know me.
Yeah, you activate it, then you move it and deactivate it. You know.
Cool. Then we're going to move this guy from the rear all the way up. And we're going to do the same thing. Mm-hmm. For a crit, which Sloane says I get a reroll. For another crit.
Roll crits all day, John.
Yep, and then we're going to activate Jendon, who says Marek can attack you. Mm-hmm. So let's do that. 2 blues. Into your front. We're going to re-roll the crit with Sloane. For take a hit, crit.
So I'm going to just burn out the redirect and shove both to the side.
Okay, and then after that, he himself is going to be moving over to here near my Quasar, where he is going to be engaged with that arc. And then Marek himself is going to activate. Can you actually reactivate him? Because I did it yet again. Thank you. You know me. I do it awesome style. Okay, so here we go. 2 dice into your front, Ken. We're going to re-roll the crit with Sloane. And then we're going to turn it back into a crit for a hit crit into your front.
Well, at this point, I'm going to contain it. And I'm going to get 2 hits.
Okay.
Because I've got no side shield, so yeah, I can't do anything with body.
Yep. So now that I'm done with Squadron, I'm going to use Vanto, and Vanto says, here, take an engineering. So we're going to take an engineering token, and I'm going to hold on to it, I think. Yes. We're going to hold on to it. So then I'm going to hit you with 4 blues and 4 reds into your front with my ISP. For you can't salvo, you can't contain, and you take... Actually, I have a lot of accuracies. Mm-hmm. So you only take 3 damage.
3 damage. Can't salvo, can't contain. And there's a crit in there, isn't there?
Yes, there is.
So I need 5. So the crit is structural damage, because it's always structural damage when I don't need it, and then 2 more. So, John, I have 8 health knocked out, which means if you ram me...
I'm not. I'm going to just shoot you with my side. So that's 2 reds and 2 blues into your front again. For you can't salvo, take 4.
Take 4, huh?
Yes.
And they're all regular hits. So
all regular hits.
Yeah. There goes the Venator.
Okay, then I get to move. Mm-hmm. And And I'm gonna drop down to speed 1 with my token. And move speed 1, which I should be fine. Zoom.
Yeah, plenty of room.
Right to there.
Dengar's overlapped, but you know what? I'm going to leave Dengar right here where I can shoot him.
Sounds good. Quasar turn. Fighters. I get 4 fighters. And I can activate pretty much everyone that is out there. So what we're going to do first is we're going to activate Dengar. And Dengar is going to attack the fighter right in front of him.
Mm-hmm.
I am in range 1 of Loom, so I go from 3 dice to 2 dice to up again to 1 more. So 3 dice against you with Swarm due to the instructions that Loom gives you. For 1, and I think I need 2. This is going to be annoying. Yep, there we go. 2.
You killed it, and I do not get to do anything back to you.
That is correct. So then what we're going to do is we're going to activate this guy, and we're going to attack the fighter right in front of us with 5 dice. And I need 4 hits here. And we're going to swarm for take 2. And you get a counter.
We'll counter back with 2. Or 1, rather, sorry. I'd like to counter back with 2. I'm on 2 health. Nothing.
Okay. Now this fighter is going to fly in to here, engaging both. I have to attack the fighter that is...
The V-19 escort. Yeah.
Yes. So I have 5 dice. 4 plus 1 with flight controllers with swarm into it. That's going to stay alive. This turn is a turn and event. 0.
I'll take 0.
That's all my fighters. Now at blue range, I have both your fighters, so I'm going to flak both. So we're going to attack first the one dude for nothing, and then we're going to attack the other dude for nothing.
Wow.
Man, my dice decided to go super cold. And we're going to spend the token, drop to speed 1. And land right there, overlapping that TIE fighter.
I'm just gonna move him out of the way. Over here.
Perfect. And then we're gonna just go right into Gazanti. Gazanti has a nav. We're going to use it. We're going to pick up this token because I can. And then we're going to double flak this guy. So I'm going to start with the side, then move to the front, and then we're going to flak everything else I can afterwards. So, here we go. So we're going to just roll 2 dice into it if you're cool with that.
Yeah, go ahead.
And while I'm doing that, you can check to see if Loom's in range.
I think you might
Or
be...
that is dead.
Loom is not.
Okay.
Just out.
So, that one died.
Okay, yep, 2.
Yep. And then we're going to attack the guy right in front for nothing. And then I have that, so we're going to jump to speed 3. And if you could just do that, it's not going to overlap anything.
It's not going to matter. It's going to be about here. That looks good, right?
Yes, it does.
We're happy.
And then you have 2 squadrons to activate, and we can just keep rolling.
Yeah, I'm just going to say, let's just keep going. So let's go Luminara against Dengar because I need to kill Dengar. So that's 3 blues and a black. For Dengar can brace, but you cannot scatter. Dengar's dead.
He is dead.
Cool. And then with this V19, both of them are at 2, right?
Yep.
So let's just go for the one closest to me, so I get my 2 and 1. I need 2 hits. And I get to swarm, I think.
Yep.
No.
So 1 damage and counter 1.
Yep.
And swarm for a hit.
Yeah.
And I believe that is going to be the game.
That will be. All right, we'll be back to score in just a second. So we're back. We got to see Sloane versus Yularen.
Yes.
Think there's a small little unfair thing here. John Sloane is your best commander.
Yeah, it really is. So, like, we're playing through and we're talking about it, and we're like, we're not really surprised at this. I'm really good with Sloane, and this is the list that I use, and I'm really good with it. But that's what we wanted to see, mainly just to see how well they go up against guard fighters. You brought a good assortment of fighters, and I mean, I killed out Ahsoka in 2 shots.
Well, yeah.
Which is insanity.
That shot with Saber polished her off. I mean, that was completely unexpected. That first salvo of fighters, I mean, almost all my ARC 170s were gone. And I did get to use Yularen's engineering ability once. That was kind of cool. I also knew what I was up against at the get-go. I was not expecting to necessarily win this, but it was interesting to see what I could have done versus Sloane. Her ability kind of ate through some of my tokens, which definitely helped you knock out the C-70 and the Pelta. Your accuracies pretty much prevented me from doing a lot with the Venator, except the brace. You were able to take that away.
I actually rolled more accuracy than I feel like I normally do.
Yeah, I got that same impression.
If I didn't get the accuracies, you would have been salvoing me, and my starting throw would be very close to dead.
Yeah.
And then, obviously, being the first player and being able to activate and just wham, dead, wham, dead, really, that's really what the game was at that point. Vanto, I honestly think he's my favorite officer. He's just so useful, especially when you're doing squadron fleets, because if you reveal a squadron dial, you do the squadron dial, and then by that point you're like, oh, I'll use this now. And you can get engineering and then immediately use it. You can do squadron or concentrate fire like I was, just to be feeding the
gunnery teams.
The gunnery teams. I like my fleet. I actually really liked your fleet, and I think it would do very well against anything that wasn't Sloane.
Or at least not John playing Sloane. So.
Yeah. So let's go over the totals of points and things like that.
So clearly John won. 1, it's a Sloane list, and 2, it's John. But so John pulled 400 because of the tabling. I wound up getting 48 points worth of squadron. I think Dengar almost doubled my score.
Dengar's worth 20 points.
There were 3 other TIE interceptors I killed and you resurrected. So in a way, I did better than I think this final score reflects. But John also took the objective that I had, what's it called, Intel Sweep, and managed to pull off another 75. So final score 475 to 48. This objective was thrown in there because I was hoping to maybe get a quick 75 points, figuring that C-70 wasn't going to do a lot. I think just the way everything got positioned up, I may have gotten too greedy. I think no matter how I cut it, I could have probably gotten a second one. I think you would have pulled the third, regardless of where I deployed that C-70.
Yeah. With you throwing it all the way out there, it didn't really matter, because my goal wasn't actually to ever win this. It was just to tie and or stop you.
Yeah.
So I wouldn't really... I mean, eventually my Gazanti would have made its way over there, but I had no intention of getting it.
So maybe not the best objective choice for this particular list. You can be the judge in the comments below. So one thing that we did notice, or at least I noticed while we were playing, this was kind of weird. This is going to be the question of the day. When I'm looking at the Republic ships, they have blue arc lines. And the Imperial ships you brought have green arc lines. And if you look at the Separatists and the Rebel ones, they're kind of orangish and reddish, which all match the turbo laser fire from those ships. I'm sure this was an intentional design choice. The question we have is, did you guys notice that? And, what do you think of that as a design choice?
Yeah, I never noticed it. I never paid attention. Because usually, I usually associate Imperial with blue, so I've always kind of wondered why Imperial haven't been blue. But I bet that is why they did the turbo laser lines for the arc lines.
Which is kind of cool. So, throw something in the comments below. Did you guys notice that? What do you guys think of that? Is that kind of a fun little thing? And we enjoyed this enough in terms of the Sloane Yularen. At some point, I think we'll want to try a Luminara list.
Yes, Sloane versus Luminara is definitely not too far away on the horizon.
If you enjoyed the video, give it a thumbs up. Don't forget to subscribe to the channel. Check us out on Facebook, Twitter, and Instagram. And join us on Discord where you can talk to us directly.
Okay, we would also like to give out a big thank you to all of our Patreons that are helping support us. If that's something you're interested in, you can find the link down below in the comments.
All right, so until next time, thanks so much for watching. I'm Ken.
I'm John.
And you've been watching Ion Radio.